Hello everyone and welcome. You guys know that I'm always looking for the best value when it comes to automotive scan tools. Now, a lot of my viewers have asked me to review a powerful yet affordable scan tool with free lifetime updates. So today, we'll be reviewing this new scan tool that I just got from FOXWELL. It has powerful dealer-only features plus free lifetime updates, and all that at a price that most DIYers or backyard mechanics can't afford. So stick around as I unbox and test this new OBD2 scanner from FOXWELL. Alright guys, so when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. So let's talk a little bit about some of the features and some of the functions that this guy has. But before we get started, let me just remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way you get notified every time I produce another product review video or a DIY video that you may find useful. So this is the FOXWELL NT624 Elite OBD2 scan tool, available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this kit retails for $269.99. But they also have a $20 discount coupon on their Amazon page, making it even cheaper than that. And Prime members could get it for as low as $215. So what do you get when you unbox this guy? Well, you get the scanner itself, you get the owner's manual that tells you everything about the scanner, how to use it, set it up, all that kind of good stuff. You get the OBD2 cable, which is detachable, but you hook it up to the unit and connect it to your car, and that way you can talk to the vehicle. You get a USB stick right there for doing the updates, and I'll talk about that in a moment. And you get a nice little case to keep it all stored away nice and safe when you're not using it. This guy comes with a 2-year warranty, and it also comes with free lifetime updates. That's right, that's something a lot of my viewers have asked for, so there you have it, free lifetime updates. And that also means free lifetime upgrades as well, because this unit has been upgraded over time. For example, this unit right now in 2023 has some upgrades that it didn't have in 2020. So there's new functionality added in at no cost to the owner. So once you have it, the unit will get better and better and stay up to date and stay current as they make changes to it. So all that is totally free. That's fairly convenient right there. Now, like I mentioned a moment ago, the updates and upgrades are done through your PC, not Wi-Fi. It does not have any Wi-Fi connectivity. So what you do is you take that USB stick right there, put it into your software, download all the updates, hook it up to the unit, and it updates like that. You can use this cable, the USB cable that comes with it, to do the upgrades as well, the updates. But in the owner's manual, I read through it, it says it doesn't recommend that. If you can do it with the USB stick, it's better because it says that it's faster. So I did it that way. It didn't take that long at all. Now, the dimensions on this unit are 7.5 inches by 3.5 inches by about 1 inch in thickness. And the weight is very light because this guy has no internal batteries. It only works when you hook it up to your vehicle. Right now, I have it hooked up to the wall. That's why it's powered up. But otherwise, it would have no power whatsoever. So all you have is a screen and a circuit board, so it's very, very lightweight. Now, this is an all-system scanner plus 8 special functions. This guy can read and clear codes, plus give you live data and freeze frame data for your engine, transmission, ABS, SRS, EPB, SAS, ESP, suspension, headlamps, car radio, and more. It has 8 special functions that can help you to relearn, reset, or recalibrate such things as ABS bleeding, SAS calibration, throttle match, EPB reset, oil reset, injector coding, and BMS reset. This unit also has auto VIN lookup to speed up your diagnosis function. And this car can diagnose over 10,000 vehicles worldwide, vehicles from the United States, Asia, and Europe. This unit also supports the FCA auto authentication protocol, but it requires a purchase of a 12+8 adapter cable, which is sold separately. This unit can give you data PIDs in text or graph format, and it can graph several PIDs at once. And we'll look at all that in just a moment. So this FOXWELL NT624 Elite is a powerful OE-level scan tool that can communicate with OBD2 and OBD1 vehicles with the proper cables. It can give you detailed data from all the modules in your vehicle, plus it also has 8 reset or recalibration functions at an affordable price. So if you want to be a DIYer taking care of your vehicles at home and don't want to have to pay the dealer to help you reset different functions in your vehicle, but you also don't want to spend a fortune on a very expensive scan tool, then this NT624 is a middle ground that most DIYers can easily afford. So let's hook this puppy up to the vehicle and see how it performs. Alright guys, here we have the scanner and we're looking at the main menu right now. When you first plug it in, this is what you see. And we're going to go through the menu and see all the different things that are available for you. Now, this is not a touch screen. As I mentioned previously, you have to use the buttons on the side over there for clicking and clacking your way through everything. So no touch screen on this one. That's why it's more economical. So there you have all the different functions available. You have your history right there. When you've done some diagnosing, that basically stores away your information so you can go back to it later and see what you've done. Your auto VIN right there, where it automatically connects to your vehicle and tells you what the VIN is so you can keep track of it. Your OBD2 right there, so you can go through just basic OBD2 scanning. And your diagnostic right there, so you can go more vehicle-specific scanning using the individual software of each manufacturer. Then you have here the maintenance, which would be the specific functions, the updates, the resets, those kind of functions are under that menu. The settings is basically on this unit, there's not a lot to do. The only thing you can do is set up the units and things like that. There's not even a setting for the screen. So this is the way it is. I can't even change the settings to make it brighter, dimmer, whatever. Can't change the colors, any of that stuff. What you see is what you get. And the data manager right there is if you want to keep track of all sorts of different vehicles and so forth. And the update over there is if you want to hook this guy up to your PC and update it that way. But like I said previously, it's quicker and easier doing it with the USB stick. So let me get the vehicle started and we'll go from there. And then we can go through here and see what's available to us. Let's do the auto VIN. And here we could do a quick scan or control modules or vehicle profile. So let's just do a quick scan. And there you go. And then you can scan through it, go up and down through there, all the different things that are available. There's no faults except that one persistent one that I can't get rid of because I don't drive this vehicle enough. It is a Ford-specific code. And that is a Ford-specific code that we're just going to ignore right now. It can't be erased. It has to do it on its own. I'm not going to worry about it for now. Let's go on to something else. Let's look at some live data instead. We could clear the code, but it won't do anything because that code cannot be cleared by any scan tool. The vehicle has to do it on its own. So let's look at some live data. Alright, so here we have all the different PIDs that are available, and I'll just scroll down through it so you can see some of the things that are available. But there's a lot of different PIDs that you can go through and select which one is convenient for you as far as scanning. There's a lot of accelerator stuff there. And you can see over here in the corner, you can see right there, a little indicator telling you how far further on you have to go. And there's a lot to scroll down to. And this thing you have to scroll one at a time. Even if you hold the key down, it will not continue scrolling. So you have to scroll each one at a time to go down further and further. And you can select all, but I don't think you want to do that. That would be way too much stuff right there. So it does have a lot of information. So you have 254 PIDs to pick from. So let me pick some of these guys and then we'll go through it. I don't want to make you wait. Alright, so I selected the short-term fuel trim and the long-term fuel trim because those are easy to see exactly what's going on. Since we're not doing any specific diagnosing, I'm just trying to demonstrate for you guys what this looks like when you're actually using it. So let's take a look at this guy and see what it does. We click OK. And there you have it. Basically, we have the 4 PIDs that I selected, the long-term and the short-term, and we can see what happens in a numeric way. You see it gives you a percentage right there of what's going on. As I give it gas, it'll change. Now let's see how it looks when we try to graph this guy. And there we have a couple of different graphs, and let's try to merge them. And it'll only do a couple of different PIDs at a time. It won't do any more than that. So there you have a merged or combined graph, but you can only do 2 PIDs at one time. So we have both the bank 1 and 2 for long-term fuel trim right there. And if we wanted to go multi-graph, you can do it separately on 2 different graphs, or you can go single graph and just see one of them. So let's go back out of here. And then you can see more if you do it in a text manner like this, but if you want to see more in a graph, you're limited to only 2. Like everything, you pay less, you get less. There are some scanners that will do more, but they're much more expensive. So it depends what your budget is, and then you just have to work with whatever's available. If we go out of here, let me get rid of the long term and we'll look at the short term instead. Alright, so I got rid of the short term and long term trim on fuel bank number 2. Let's just look at number 1. Let's say we had a specific problem on there, then you can look at number 1. And there you go. You have long-term and short-term fuel trim on number 1, and then you can look at that in a graphic format if you want, because that is available like that. That way you have both together, and you can see exactly what it's doing. And you can see right there how the graph then responds to whatever input you're giving it. And it's not too bad, it's fairly responsive. You see it's moving along rather quickly. And it responds the minute you give it some input, it gives you instant response. So for an economical scanner, it's really not too bad. Alright, so let's try looking at the mass airflow and see what information that gives us right there. And there you go, you see the information coming in from the mass airflow sensor. It gives you voltage and grams per second. Let's graph these guys, and then you have both of them together. And you can see right there the information that it gives you on the mass airflow sensor. Alright, so now that we're back at the main menu, let's look at some of the other things that are available. OBD2 is basically the same thing that we already did. If you want to go straight into OBD and you don't want to go through the out event, same thing. Diagnosis, that's the same exact thing. It'll basically go into a vehicle-specific diagnosing instead of going through the OBD. Now, as far as the maintenance goes, then you go into there, and those are the different functions that are available under the diagnosing. So it has these 7 under here, and the 8th one is under the diagnosing of the vehicle. But there you go. If these are functions that you find convenient for your vehicle, you can do any one of these on your particular vehicle. And like everything, these are very vehicle specific. So some of these may not be available on your particular vehicle. It depends if the software in your vehicle has this connectivity or not. Just because the scanner can do it doesn't mean that the vehicle can do it. If you have any doubts or confusion about any of this stuff, I would contact Foxwell directly and ask them if any of this stuff is compatible with your particular vehicle. Give them your vehicle, year, model, make, VIN if necessary, and they'll be able to tell you what works and what doesn't work for your vehicle. So let's back out of here. And there you go. Like I said, as far as settings go, not a lot we can do there. Just language, units, shortcuts, beeping, etc.
All right, guys, there you have it, a review and demonstration of a powerful yet affordable OBD2 scanner. You guys asked me for it, so I found it for you. An economical OBD2 scan tool with a lot of functionality plus lifetime updates. All that for a very affordable price. For around $250, this scanner can really do a lot of useful scanning, and it's from a brand that you know is good quality. And I've already tested Foxwell scanners before, and I've done reviews on them, and I can tell you that they work very nicely.
So if you need to be able to do scanning, resets, and recalibrations on your vehicle, but you have a limited budget and you don't want to pay for future updates, then this is a scan tool that you should really look into. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.